Alright, welcome everyone to another cubing video. So it's been about 2 weeks since I did the last one of these. So I've largely just been training on the Corsair, just trying to get it up towards 250 and unlocking more of the other areas in Arcane River. So obviously getting the extra symbols as you go along, and then reducing the requirements for all the quests that come along with it, because I'm not really bothering with any of them at the moment, because I've got, I think 2 out of my 3 symbols are level 18 at the moment, and the other one is level 16. So they don't really require that much more work, so I've got plenty of arcane power to keep moving through the areas without worrying about being like limited in terms of the damage that you can do, and I'm one-shotting while I'm training. So I'm fairly happy with where the Corsair is at the moment. Obviously with the Root Abyss videos that I've been putting out, I was quite surprised with how it did stuff like Vellum. I didn't really think when I went in there on my first attempt that I'd really be able to get through it and just do it. I guess coming from, well, where I was with the Xenon, because obviously the Xenon does it quite easily nowadays. But in my pre-250 days, it was quite a battle. I remember having, I think it was having Tristan, Steve, and Carlet around me, like people running around on bishops healing me while I'm going, and just doing door every time I got hit by the tails and all that. So it was a very different experience on the Corsair, and I acknowledge that these bosses are like, what, 6 or 7 years old now, so it's not considered anything new, but it's still, I still view it as a bit of a milestone, like when you can get a character up to being able to do those bosses and just being self-reliant in that sense. I think I'd put so much weight on it because I know that in Reboot I'm still not able to do it on my Corsair, not Corsair, Nightlord. So I don't have a Corsair in Reboot, which is a bit strange. But yeah, so I actually went back and had a look at the Nightlord this week just to test something out, to have a look at it, and yeah, the range on it is a lot lower than what the Corsair has now, so it makes me appreciate the gear that I've got on here already, and I haven't had to put that much of an effort into some of the stuff here. Like, sure, I was scrolling stuff, and I've got to go through and Starforce a whole bunch of stuff when I've got the Meso on hand to do it. But as it currently stands, it's not in that bad of a position. There are some other bosses that I'd like to start doing, and I'll set them as goals, being like Lotus for one of them. I think that will be a fairly challenging boss to fight. And yeah, as we can get up in the levels, hopefully the Meso rate goes up a bit as well, because I'm not getting as much as I'd like training in Latch. And then I know how much I was getting on the Xenon, and it was pretty much supporting both characters while I was training, so I'm actually quite sorely missing training on the Xenon at the moment, just because of, yeah, it was a good routine to be in where I was doing a solid like 2 or 3 hours a night, and I was getting some decent Meso coming in, which I was converting into Maple points and using to do all sorts of stuff. So hopefully I can get back to that sort of thing with the Corsair, and yeah, it's a fun class to train. Like, I remember what it was like training like an Archmage or a Bishop with using Genesis or Blizzard as an ultimate before it got their cooldowns. The Corsair has a whole bunch of them in it. It's really cool just being able to use all of them in a map. So yeah, it's a cool class, and I can certainly see myself enjoying training it into the future. So I'll weigh up what I do when I get to 250 in terms of if I want to keep progressing with it or what I'd like to start doing, because I feel like I'm enjoying going through and playing other things at the moment. So in my Pokemon Emerald playthrough, I've talked about how I'm really enjoying playing through the Crown Tundra DLC for Pokemon Sword and Shield, and I'll probably start doing a playthrough of Pokemon Shield once I'm done with the playthrough of Pokemon Emerald. And then yeah, there's 1 or 2 other things that I'm considering doing on the side for the channel as well, just doing some different content just to keep things are nice and lively, but I won't give up on the Corsair or Maple in any sense. So I'm really, yeah, just balancing it all out, and spending half an hour to an hour training each day isn't too bad, and it keeps the EXP bar ticking, so we're always happy with doing that. So yeah, so thank you for the support that people have been putting behind me with the Pokemon videos, as well as the Chaos Root Abyss stuff. If there's anything anyone really wants to see in particular, I'm happy to cover it. I will be looking into a few different things in regards to the skills on the Corsair, just testing a few different things out. But I'll look into that further down the track. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.